In this video, I will show you how I recreated this. Before diving into the video, let me tell you one thing. I worked very hard on this tutorial, guys. Please show some support with the thanks button. This will mean a lot to me. I will provide the project files when this video reaches 5K views. Okay, friends, let's make it. To begin, we will create a dotted circle. Let's add a circular shape. Now go to Colors and select No Fill. Now enable Stroke, and select White Color to Stroke, and also adjust stroke size if needed. Let's adjust the size of the shape. Let me change stroke color for a moment. Now we will add a rectangle shape. Change shape color to white, and adjust shape size and position as I shown. Now duplicate this layer. Now change this shape position as shown. We need to create a total of 12 shapes. 6 of them are filled rectangles, and the other 6 are stroked. Allow me to create them initially. As you can see, I have created a total of 12 shapes, with 6 filled rectangles and 6 stroked rectangles arranged in Dan Koe's animation style. Let's add a mark here. Move the timeline 1 second forward and add another marker. Add a rectangular shape and adjust it as shown in the video. We are going to use this shape as reference. Now select first layer and add position and scale keyframes at the first frame. Now move to the second mark, here increase shape size, and adjust shape position as I shown. Now edit your keyframe curves. Nice. Now change shape position as shown. Ensure that the edges of the rectangle shape match those of the reference shape. I forgot to edit the scale keyframe curves. I am going to animate this shape now. I am using the same techniques as the previous shape animation. Now it's time to animate this shape. It's time to animate the stroke rectangle shapes. In this way, we have to animate remaining shapes. As you can see, I animate the remaining shapes. I apologize for not showing the process. It takes a lot of time. I hope you all understand. Now we will add Echo Keyframes effect to all shape layers. Adjust Echo Keyframe values now. I set the seconds value to 0.03, the count value to 20, and alpha to 0. Please follow these steps. Copy the effect from the current shape layer and then paste it onto the other shape layers that need the same effect applied. Hey guys, my shapes are not centered. Let me adjust them so that they are centered first. All right, everyone, let's learn how to create a line animation together. I start line animation from this mark. And ends here. Let's add a vector drawing layer to the current frame. Please draw a line as shown in the video. Now go to Colors and select No Fill. Now enable Stroke, change color to white, and adjust stroke width. Please allow me to make some slight adjustments to the positions of these points. We will now apply a drawing process effect to this layer. Now at here, add end keyframe. Move to this point and add another one. Now at the first keyframe, decrease end value to 0%. Don't forget to edit keyframe curves. Now we have something like this. It's nice. Now move 3 or 4 frames forward. At here, add start keyframe. Now move here. Here, increase start value to 100%. Let's keep this keyframe 5 frames forward. Now we will create stroke square pop-up animation. As you can see, guys, my line touches this shape at this frame. Before I create pop-up animation, let me trim all stroke rectangle layers here. Now delete Echo Keyframes effect to all trimmed layers. I will start pop-up animation here. Now add Scale Keyframe to this layer. Move 5 frames forward and increase scale as shown. Now we will create fade-out animation. At this frame, add Opacity Keyframe. Now move here and decrease opacity to 0%. Don't forget to smooth keyframe curves. In this way, I have created pop-up animation for remaining shape layers. Now select all layers and group them, except reference layers. Let's add a mark here. Add one more mark here. At this point, add Rotation Keyframe. Also add Scale Keyframe. Now at this point, adjust rotation and scale as I shown in the video. As you can see, guys, these 6 shapes are not in center. Let's fix that first. Add a position keyframe here. Also add one more here. Now at this keyframe, adjust position to center. Now it's perfect. Select this layer and tap on Edit Group. Now extend filled rectangles layers duration. Now at here, add a rounded rectangle shape. Adjust size. Now decrease radius value to 0%. Now change its color to green for a moment. Drag it here. Now select this layer. Move to this point. Here, change shape's position and rotation as I shown. Now do the same thing for remaining shapes layers. This is what I get, guys. Now drag it here. Now copy this layer and delete it. Paste it here. Now change this shape color to white. Start this layer from here. Now at here, adjust this shape's rotation as shown. Let's change this shape color to green. Let me center this shape first. Let's adjust the position of this shape. Now extend this layer duration to 6 seconds. Add rotation and scale keyframes to this frame. Move to this location and adjust the scale and position as shown. Now smooth keyframe curves. Apply a motion blur effect to the current layer. Keep the value to 0.5%. Let's add a mark here. Add one more here. Now duplicate this layer. Now add a rectangle shape for masking. Adjust it as shown. Place it here. Now duplicate it. Place it here. We will now create an additional copy of this layer that we can use in the future. Now extend these layers' duration. Now select these two layers and tap on masking icon for masking. Now do the same thing for these two layers. At here, add a position keyframes to these two layers. Now at here, adjust these shapes' position as shown. Now smooth keyframe curves. Now move to 20 frames forward from this keyframe and add position keyframes to these two layers. Now at here, change shape's position as I shown in the video. Okay, now we will create those two balls and line animation. For that, I have created a new project. Let's add a rectangle shape first. Now adjust this shape as I shown in the video. Now add a circle shape. Adjust this shape as I shown in the video. Duplicate it and adjust shape's position as shown. Now select line layer and tap on edit shape. Add a keyframe here. Now move to the last frame. Now at here, add minus to x-axis value. Now we have something like this kind of animation. Let's make it a little bit interesting. Now we have to edit these keyframe curves. Select second curves option. Now here select third curve and adjust it. Now we have something like this. Let's extend these two layers duration. Now add a position keyframe to first circle shape layer. Now here, change shape's position as shown. Now apply same keyframe curves that we used in line animation. Now it's time to animate this shape. Now we have this kind of animation, guys. Now select these three layers and group them. Now copy this layer. Paste here. Drag it here. Now duplicate this layer and adjust position as shown. We have to make more copies of this layer. As you can see, guys, I have created more copies. At this frame, displace all these layers as I shown in the video. Now here, trim these layers. Also trim here. At here, add a rectangle shape for masking. Adjust it. Now make a copy of this layer, and also adjust it. Now extend these layers' duration. Now we'll animate these two shapes, same as previous rectangle shape animation. Now apply Gaussian blur effect to these two shape layers. Now select all the line animation layers and group them. Now select these two layers and group them. Now select these two layers and tap on exclusion icon for masking. Now we have something like this. Now move it here. Remove all keyframes of this layer. Trim it here. Now add a circle shape. Adjust it as I shown. At here, add radius keyframe to this rounded rectangle layer. Now move here and increase radius value to 100%. Now add rotation keyframe here. Move here and adjust rotation. Now we will create zoom out animation. Now smooth all keyframe curves. Drag it here. Move it here and change color to white. Now we will move to the next animation. Sorry for not showing the process, guys. I already animated this game, but I'll try to explain how I did it. I have created every shape in Alight Motion, guys. I added a rounded rectangle, and I adjust it to create this game's outline. I applied drawing progress effect to this layer. For this element, I created rotation animation. I added rotation animation to these bats also, added when bats need to hit the ball. Also, I applied drawing progress effect to bats outline. I applied drawing progress effect and pulse opacity effect to these circle shapes. I displaced these layers one frame after one layer. I added a circle shape and I select no fill. Later, I added stroke. After that, I applied radial wipe effect to this layer. I masked here with rectangle shape. For this element, I created rotation animation. You will get more information when you get this project file. As you can see, guys, here I created this tree with vector drawing tool. Total, I created 51 lines to finish the tree. I applied wipe effect to animate the lines, guys. Now at here, I applied swing effect to the tree layer. Downloaded this project file for better understanding. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching.